Alright, YouTube, welcome to the channel. And as you guys can see, this is X-Men. In the last video, I talked about playing Sonic the Hedgehog when I went over my cousin's house. But, let me be honest with you, since I know they're probably never going to watch this video, this was the reason why I wanted to go over their house. Real talk. Because they had fucking X-Men. And I was a huge comic book fan. This game was fucking awesome. I think they made 2 X-Men games for Sega Genesis. You had this one and part 2. I liked this one first, but the graphics of part 2 was a whole lot better. I think it was called Clone Wars or something. Let me go with Hero, because I remember this game being a little bit difficult. See, I would always go with Nightcrawler, because he had, like, the cool acrobatic moves. Alright, how do I start? There we go. I remember there was some kind of code you could do by going to something and punching it. I think you could punch these to... Let's see what my punch button is. There we go. So you could, like, punch these in a certain order and, like, do, like, a stage select or something, I think. But since I don't remember how to do none of that, we're not going to worry about it. But Nightcrawler's cool because he could do stuff like this. So yeah, he had the cool acrobatic moves and stuff. But this game was super fun. I'm trying to remember what to do. I could have sworn you, like, walked off screen. Oh, there we go. Savage Land. But the game will, like, teleport you to different levels, and you just had to make your way through. And you can get different other X-Men to kind of help you out. Like, the ones you couldn't play as, like Storm and Jean and stuff, you can kind of, you know, pick up icons and then call them out on the screen to kind of clear the screen. I remember it. I think that was a... Hold on, let me go back up to that. Ah, don't hit me. There we go. I'm probably gonna... I know the past couple videos have been like half-hour videos. I can tell you right now, this is X-Men. And, like, I probably won't last that long in this, to be honest, because of stuff like that. Thanks, Gene. Really appreciate it. See, Nightcrawler could do stuff like this. He could, you know, you can kind of angle your jumps a little bit, whereas the other characters, you know, couldn't do that. So that's why Nightcrawler was always my favorite. That's what I mean when I mean acrobatic moves. And plus, his teleport can do what it's supposed to do, and it can actually travel through walls and take you past barriers and stuff like that, if you could work it right. It was kind of finicky. But everybody else, like Cyclops or Wolverine, was the worst in this game, because if I remember right... Ooh, 𝐴𝐼𝐸. If I remember right, he just flies across the screen shooting his wing darts. But Wolverine was the worst back in the day. Like, almost every Wolverine or X-Men game that had Wolverine in it, they made it so his claws always, like, popped out and, like, drained his health. And I think this was, like, one game that kind of kept that going. Like, it wasn't until, like, the later games where they just kind of changed it. But you see something. Can't you do a higher jump? I don't know. Maybe it was with certain characters. I think certain characters could double jump. Like, maybe Cyclops could do, like, a flip when he jumps, but... I swear I remember there being like a higher jump, but got hit by a bug. Really? Well, granted, this is the Savage Land. That bug's probably big as hell. Perspective is probably not there, but like that flying mosquito is probably as big as like a dinner plate or something. Like I wouldn't want to get hit by that. That would hurt me too. All right, get back up there. Come on, Kurt Wagner, get up there. There we go. Crap. Where do I go? If I remember right, I think you gotta hit a switch or something to lower that. I didn't think I was gonna make it this far. I'm trying to take my time because I know how difficult this game is. So now that should be open, so... Because once you die... Oh! Is that Sauron? Well, Sauron's usually like purple, I think. Maybe that's somebody just like him or something. Oh. But, yeah, once you die in this game, it's kind of like, ow. It's like, you know, you just get the other people and you got to start the stage over again. So it's kind of hard to, proceed if you just, you know, run around getting killed and get hit a bunch of times. You want to jump down? Crap! Oh, thank you. I needed that. Alright, see, oh yeah, we probably gotta use it, hold on. Yeah, see how his teleport can get you to certain areas? That's what I was saying before. That's why I like playing Nightcrawler first. Everybody else is like, eh. Cyclops is Gambit is like, eh. But Nightcrawler was like my favorite X-Men back in the day, outside of Storm and, you know, Wolverine, because Wolverine was everybody's favorite. Crap. Well, we got tons of mutant power, so I can probably do this. That's why I said it was finicky. See, you can kind of control it a little bit, but other times you can't, so. Once you run out of mutant power, you're pretty much screwed in a lot of cases. Especially when it comes to certain characters. Like, Nightcrawler was okay, because he can kind of, you know, play around it, you know, because he had good, acrobatics and his moves. You had a cool couple moves like this, gave you a lot of length with your attacks. But, that was just stupid, didn't I do? Let me just jump on the spikes, you know? I don't remember what the ending of this stage is, though. Crap. Ah, Jean, you're a lifesaver. Literally. Hopefully we find another one of those, X-Men things. I might be able to jump to next level 5. Nope. Okay. Screw it. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, if I see one of those health things here, yeah, we're definitely gonna go for it. No, that's gonna probably get me hit. Let's go up here. Or not. Come on, guy. There we go. Solve that problem for me. Because we still gotta fight a boss after this. Like, we gotta, you know, make it through the stage and actually fight somebody here. I forget. Wow! I gotta fight the Juggernaut, bitch! I guess I don't, okay. Juggernaut just kept it moving. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut once he starts moving. Not even himself, I guess. Oh, I'm so one hit. I'm gonna die. Crap! Jean, that's a bad spot, Jean. Wow, Jean, you bitch. just pull me up just to die, see? Now I can't pick Nightcrawler again. So, I want to save Wolverine for last, because he's probably going to be the one that I can probably fight with, so. Let me get Gambit out the way. If I remember right, Remy's move would just, he just throws cards, yeah, see. They give you this test period just to, you know, to see the moves, but there we go. He had a flip. I knew somebody had that flip double jump. But yeah, he was okay, but he wasn't my favorite. Liked him in the comics, yeah, like he was definitely one of my favorite in the comics, but now I'm back at the beginning, you know, the beginning of the stage. But yeah, see how like my mutant power is like super low? Maybe it's because I used it in the training. Maybe it counted that. I didn't think they would, but yeah, it'll come back in a little bit. At least now I can jump and hit people because I got a stick. Beat people with a metal stick. But yeah, Gambit was he's one of my favorite X-Men characters, but he's not my the favorite X-Men character. Only because, like, I remember in the 90s, Gambit was in some really cool comics. Like, I remember the comic book where he fought Wolverine and, like, charged the Wolverine's skull so his head would explode when he fought him one time. And, he was kind of like the, how would I explain it? If at any time the X-Men needed a person to go evil, the writers would always make a Gambit. So he would be that character that'd be like, okay, you know he's good, but I don't know if he's going to be good this story, you know, this story arc. So, like, there was a bunch of times that they would make him go bad, and he'd be, you know, go back to his thieving ways, go back to Louisiana, you know. But after the 90s and after, you know, his thing with Rogue, I guess, you know, because that was like a lot of part of his character too, was that he had a thing for Rogue and couldn't touch her. But it seems like after that, Marvel didn't know what to do with him. And even to this day, like in X-Men comics, I know They're doing Hickman's thing with them being on another island and stuff like that. Like, you know, it seems like they're rehashing a bunch of older ideas, which is cool for like a lot of younger readers who probably never read a lot of the 70s and 80s stuff. But I know where they're at in the comic books now. I was like, okay, so they're redoing the island with a different name. You know, instead of being, you know, Magneto's island, it's their island. You know, it's everybody's island. You know, Magneto had a, you know, what was the island where they made the Sentinels at? He had that one off the coast of Africa for like the longest time. Then he had Asteroid M, you know, and now they all have, what are they calling that? Like Utopia or something? I don't know. But even in that, like I haven't recalled seeing Gambit like in any of the new comics. I don't know. Maybe Marvel just doesn't like Gambit as a whole. I remember one of these things had a health thing in it. I don't remember if it was on this stage, but I remember one of these little hidden areas like that had a thing in it. Damn. That was a bad place to land. Okay. We may not make it past the first stage. Okay, Scott Summers, let's do this. Mr. Optic Blast himself. Okay, yeah, he had a spin jump too. I knew I wasn't crazy. Alright, leader of the team, let's go. I always did like Cyclops as a character. Like, a lot of people hated him, but like, I love Cyclops as a character. They really didn't know what to do with him early on with the X-Men. Like, you know, like, well, I can't say early on. I mean, he was leader of the team for like the longest time, but for the longest time he was just I'm the leader of the X-Men. I'm the good, you know, the goody two shoes type character, you know, that kind of, you know, the lover of Jean. That's like all he was until they really broke him down after Jean's death, and then even further when you know, the mutants got wiped out and stuff like that, and you know, he became more militant, and you know, he went through tons of character growth and stuff like that. But I think what really sold my popularity on him was like a lot of the older 80s comics and the X-Men cartoon from the 90s that kind of killed it. Like, he was like my favorite character on that show. You know, him, Wolverine, Jubilee. oh, I'm sorry, and Storm. Well, really, well, shoot, the whole team. Like 90s X-Men was the shit. Like, I hear they're bringing it back a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be the same. I doubt it, because the writing team's probably not the same. So it's probably not going to be the same cartoon, to be honest. Ow. But I liked it because Chris Claremont's run of the X-Men from like the 70s to the 80s, he kind of written X-Men like a soap opera, you know, to where, like, you know, stuff would happen, characters would have relationships. Wolverine was always trying to bang Jean, and Cyclops had to like stop him or kind of jump in between him. You know, it was like it was really cool because you never saw that in comic books before. And outside of that, they would do, like, I remember in the 90s, they would always do like really weird, cool stuff. Probably because in the 90s they was going bankrupt. But you would have the swimsuit edition of X-Men and stuff like that. I remember one issue of the comic book, they played baseball. You know, like, I remember reading that back in the day. And plus, you had really cool story arcs, like what was the name of the one where Wolverine got his adamantium ripped out? Fatal Attraction, I think is what it was called. When Jim Lee did that, it was just like X-Men was just the shit. Like, outside of Spider-Man, X-Men comics was the biggest selling Marvel comic since ever, you know? How? Everybody trying to throw spears at my face. Alright, something tells me we're not going to be level 1, YouTube. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, crap. I tried to make it. Okay, Wolverine, let's go. Let's go, Logan. Alright. Snicked. There we go. Pop those claws. See how it drains your mutant power just by having him out? I mean, I guess you could say that that's realistic because he's, you know, he has to heal his wounds, but that's bullshit. Wolverine's like the only character in all of the early X-Men Marvel video games who, he was the cool guy, but like, he always fought with a handicap. Like, I can punch guys. Like, I can punch this guy and kill him, right? But wait till we come across the next person. See, I can pull out the claws, and it kills him in one hit too. So, like, what's the point of using the claws? Unless you're fighting somebody that's going to take, like, 2 or 3 hits, like, well, what's the point? And that's not mostly everybody. Like, that's going to be, like, bosses. Yeah, you may do a little bit more damage. But it's not like you need it because everybody else, like Cyclops and, you know, Nightcrawler and Gambit, they can just punch the bad guy. So it's not like you have to use the claws, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But then again, it's like if you pick Wolverine, that's the one thing you're going to do. You're going to pop the claws, you know? Just like Wolverine in comic books. You know, every situation he popping those claws. But he could probably be like taking his shit in the bathroom, blowing it up, popping those claws to wipe. You know, that's just how he is. You know, straining to drop one in the toilet, popping those claws. Oh, man. But I don't know. Happy to see Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine in Deadpool 2, though. We'll say that. I know they just had that picture, you know, kind of, well, not leaked, they probably released it, but I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss because Hugh Jackman, I know everybody always likes him as Wolverine. I was like 80% I liked him only because he wasn't short. Wolverine to me is like, in the intro, he's 5'2", 5'2", 5'3". Wolverine is a short king. And Hugh Jackman is like damn near 6 feet. So, I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, it's like he doesn't look the part either because they don't ever do his hair right. And he's never short and bald, or no, not short and bald, but short and hairy and stuff like that. So it's like, to me, when I see him, it's like, okay, he's handsome. And I guess he can verbally play the role, but he's not Wolverine. I was like, I like when they did Wolverine in the X-Men anime that they had, like right when the MCU was starting out. Marvel, damn, got hit in the shin. But Marvel did a few animes with the Punisher, X-Men, Iron Man, things like that. And they actually, I was kind of thought it was going to change and make him more like Hugh Jackman, but then it was like, no, he was short, angry, and hairy. I was like, cool, finally, somebody gets it. But anyways, YouTube, let me end this video. I wish you could make it to level 2, but you know, it is what it is. If you guys want to see more of this, I can always go online and find that level skip code and we can try the different levels and stuff. If you guys want to see me do like a full playthrough of this, let me know. I don't mind doing full playthroughs of older games and stuff too. Since people ain't really watching the new stuff and modern gaming's kind of making me feel some type of way. That's why I'm kind of interested to go back and play a lot of these older game stuff. So if you guys have any specific game you want to see me play, let me know. And I probably already got it. But anyways, YouTube, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.